Now to the growing number of new cases of Zika virus in Florida. Governor Rick Scott says there are 10 additional Zika cases likely transmitted by mosquitoes. That brings the total number now in the state to 14. The 4 cases announced Friday were in Broward and Miami-Dade counties. Governor Scott says the 10 new cases are in one small square mile area just north of downtown Miami. Government health officials are warning that pregnant women should not travel to the Zika-stricken part of Miami, and they are urging expectant mothers who frequent the neighborhood to get tested. Governor Scott is urging people statewide to eliminate areas of standing water where mosquitoes breed.
No standing water in your house, no standing water around your house. These mosquitoes are not mosquitoes that fly a long distance. The way it's explained to me, they're not active biters. But you know, the risk is that we have somebody that travels here from another country. They bring an active case with them, mosquito bites them, and then bites a Florida citizen or visitor.
Governor Scott says 2,300 people have been tested for Zika across the state, including 200 people in the affected area in Miami. Florida allocated $26.2 million out of the state budget to battle the Zika virus. And as those new cases pop up, businesses across Florida worry it might deter tourists from visiting the area. ABC 7's Kate Flexter spoke to local business owners about that threat, and she joins us now with more. Kate?
Scott, tourism is a $90 billion industry here in Florida. And now local businesses are worrying the Zika virus could pose a threat not just to health, but to our local economy.
The Gilbert family's visiting Sarasota from the UK, and in planning their trip, they took the Zika virus into account.
Before I heard about it, I already thought that it was going to happen just because it was going to be coming up from Brazil.
Still, they decided to go ahead with their trip, just taking extra precautions.
Yeah, we're a bit more conscious of it. I mean, we don't like being stung by mosquitoes at the best of times, and now we're even more spraying, yeah.
So far, Visit Sarasota County says it doesn't expect the Zika virus to have a large impact on tourism.
We haven't had any reports that it's been deterring people from the area, but like I said, we're still monitoring it.
But as the Zika virus spreads in Florida, countries like the UK have issued travel advisories urging pregnant women to avoid travel to the state. And local businesses worry the Gilbert family may be the exception, while other tourists might be deterred from visiting.
But if you've got a choice between going to South Florida or going to somewhere else, Louisiana or somewhere, California, I suppose, you might think about choosing some other place.
Robert Richards of the Old Salty Dog says the restaurant gets a lot of tourists. He worries the Zika virus could have a similar impact on business as the BP oil spill. While the spill didn't directly impact local beaches, he says many visitors canceled their trips and business suffered.
It was the idea that it may come down and impact, so when you've got a 2 or 3 month window to cancel your vacation, a lot of people did. Same thing with the Zika.
As for the full effect the Zika virus will have on tourism locally, Richards says that remains to be seen.
It can definitely have a negative impact. How big an impact it's going to be, I think probably depends on how severe the Zika infestation becomes.
Visit Sarasota County says it will stay in close communication with the Department of Health, as well as Visit Florida as this situation develops. Scott?